I realize that we are living in an African culture.
Yeah.
And part of the discussion that we are having today is mistakes that we make with money.
Yeah.
True.
Now, the biggest mistake that I think a lot of guys make with money, maybe you guys can tell me if it's also a mistake that you've seen, is something called debt.
Welcome to another amazing episode of Pesa Chronicles. And this is a show that we touch on people's journey with their money. And today I am privileged to be joined by my colleague, Byron, and somebody who calls himself Mchina, right? Is it Mchina?
Yeah, Mchina.
Mchina. Ooh, okay. He says it different. So, Mchina, whichever you prefer. So how are you guys feeling today?
I'm great. I'm feeling fine.
Nice.
I'm feeling taxful.
No chills, man. It's literally Saturday. You should be feeling good.
Yeah, I mean, it's Saturday, but then my pockets are empty, so
You can't do anything.
Yeah, I can't even afford burgers.
Hey, it's hard times for the mandem. Hey, it's hard times.
You know, this is where you now start saying, kimeniramba nikarudi kwa ugali.
Manze, right? Kimekufanyia
Yeah, kimeniramba nikarudi kwa ugali.
Kurambo kadandia matatu.
Struggles are real, man. How are you doing in China?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I'm so fine, man.
That's
Good.
amazing.
I can't complain.
Great. So let me first begin by ni hao.
Ni xiao.
Are you sure that's the correct translation?
Yeah. From unajua, people just know China is unajua like it's not only Chinese.
Yeah.
Kuna sub tribes inside China. I'm from mainland China.
Okay.
There's a language called Kongolese.
So they're like dark Chinese guys.
Yeah. The same way when you come to Kenya, it's not about English or Kiswahili.
Yeah.
There's Kikuyu, there's Luo, there's Kikamba, there is Kalenjin. About 40-something tribes.
Yeah.
So there's also Mandarin.
So there's also the same in China.
Yeah, in China. There's always
So
the
like,
same.
where are you from? Where
I'm
is
from
your ancestry? Let's treat it like some ninja
I'm from
turtles
mainland
type of
China.
thing.
From mainland China.
Just ask me. I'll tell you his tribe.
Hold up. Where are you from?
Was I with you in China when I was born?
I was the doctor.
Okay.
Call me Dr. Who.
Dr. Huashiha.
Call me Dr. Who.
So where in China? I'm still back there.
I was from mainland China.
Okay. All right. This is a very believable story, by the way. So Midland, China.
I was from mainland China. I'm from mainland China, born and raised in Shaolin Temple.
Yeah.
But I deported 20 years ago before I even knew the culture and everything about China.
So you ended up in Kenya?
Yeah, I ended up in Kenya. I don't know how, but I'm here in Kenya trying to thrive in this Ruto's economy. I don't know how I'm doing, but I'm trying my best. Yeah,
I think
that's very believable. Okay, give us your side. You're very eager. Give us your side.
The take home from here is you've been granted a chance
Yes.
for two things. One, you can learn how to use chopsticks. Finally. We don't want to using spoons in noodles.
Or forks, yeah?
Yeah,
We're about
exactly.
to learn something unique
the way
now.
you call it,
Yeah.
Right now you can be able to learn how to use chopsticks.
Okay.
Yeah. And then two, you can literally ask this dude to show you how the yen works.
Interesting. Yeah.
Because we are always trying to do imports, exports. And then a lot of guys in Kenya are doing imports. And then, if you're doing imports, close to every product comes from China.
Okay, that's true.
And the only currency that you get in China is the yen.
Interesting.
So mwingisha box anaweza kucholea kadhaa kwa mfuko.
By the way, today's discussion is all about our relationship with money, right? And the mistakes we made with money.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So I know you're pretty young compared to us dinosaurs. Wait, are you a dinosaur though?
Yeah, I was extinct.
No, you're pretty young, dog. You're pretty young.
But
I was extinct.
I would love to believe you think I'm too young because
You're pretty young. Like, you look young also.
Okay, I look young, thank you, but I'm not young.
Okay, anyway, let's not divulge to the age.
Because I'll believe that I'm older than Byron, despite the body size.
Older than Byron?
Actually, you know, this guy is from Western. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Those guys have big
Shimalu.
body. You know, I'm from China.
So
we
because
are
I
small.
eat roots, you guys are digging into my roots.
Yeah. But we are all G's, man.
No, but then, okay, to say the truth, he could be older than me.
Yeah.
But then, he's older than me.
He's older than you.
No, in Chinese years.
In Chinese years.
Let me take that. Okay.
Yeah, again, if we went to
I'll
Ethiopia
bank
right
that.
now, we'll just be getting into 2016.
Manze, right now it's 2016 in Ethiopia. That's another weird thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Explore.
So the Chinese calendar, the Chinese calendar is also different.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's all in Chinese.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
in
but
Kenya,
then-
you
So
are
anyway, the point is, so he might be older than you, but or
In Chinese.
okay, in Chinese calendar, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So China,
no come
let's
back
go
from
back
that.
to you, China. How did that name come about? What is your history? Who are you? Let's begin there.
China. Let me go back to my childhood. I was born in Ukambani and been in Ukambani. That time, we believed in movies. We called them cinemas.
Where you'd go to like those two shanties or
Yeah,
something.
as well as a 5-5.
For like an hour or something.
Yeah, those ones.
Oh,
I
the
know
DJ
Gen
Afro.
Zs don't relate there, man.
They can't relate.
They can't
The
relate.
DJ Afro ones. All right.
All right, Asharara.
Mashallah.
Key modra. So for Gen Z, mean your key modra.
Action Park.
Key mojino.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay,
So
now-
you used to go watch those movies when you were younger.
And then I was so much in love with our Chinese fight.
Wow.
So at some point, I was just a young boy. I
Yeah.
believed that. And may believe that. Sha. That
The
snake
kung fu.
monkey.
It's called kung fu,
Yeah.
He even started practicing.
He's like,
I have to let them know. It's not
but
everyone knows
that's
it's
true.
called
Like,
Chinese.
not everyone knows it's kung fu. So there's kung fu, guys. There's kung fu.
Yeah, and then
there's
there's karate.
taekwondo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To dive in, it's called mantis. If you
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Now, I was so much in love with that, and I believe that I can learn that from the movies.
Okay.
If somebody can jump from one building to another,
You can also
I can
do
do
it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in class 3, then I tried that shit, to be honest.
From one building to another. You're in class 3.
Yeah, and I believed I can do it. Now, I called all the students, I can do this. I'm Jackie Chan, I'm Jet Li, I can do this. I've learned mantis.
Oh my goodness.
Monkey on the snake
Yes.
shadows, I can do that.
Pre-mantis, snake style.
I can drunken monster. I
Literally convinced.
You convinced your class to come and watch you
they
as you
come and
jump.
watch. Yeah.
Okay.
So I tried to jump.
Yeah.
My God, the rest is story.
Oh wow.
Nilipura chini, my guy. Nilala
Wow, what? So your mom was livid. She was like, what?
I lose a TV.
So you see, that's where exactly. You see, as a parent, that's where you now. Now for the guys that are growing up right now, there is the privilege of smart TV. So as a parent, you can be able to put what is it called, child restriction or something.
Child protection or something.
Yeah, exactly, on some movies. But then you see, Kitambo, that thing never used to happen.
Yeah.
You lock me out of the TV at home.
Yeah.
What do I do?
It's just a tape.
I go to my home. Is
Yeah,
here.
five bob.
Video
show.
Video show.
Yeah.
So you have been, you were raised in Ukambani.
Yeah.
Class 3, you did a whole like
Chinese.
Terminator.
dance or something.
Yeah.
Ended up horribly, right?
Yeah, hurting
Where did you end
myself.
up? In the hospital for a
Yeah.
couple of weeks or something?
About 3 weeks.
Wow.
Anything broken?
Once again, your mom was livid. She was livid. She was angry.
She sold everything that I could see. I could access that Chinese movie.
Wow.
Now,
So that
when
was
I
just
came,
In the dark now.
yeah, when I came back,
Yeah.
the head teacher at that point said that we have a Chinese guy and we didn't know. Now everybody from that point, from that speech, she was a she alipeana, so alikuwa anani address as Mchina. Now everybody atakuwa Mchina. Unajua I was nobody before I took the stand. I was nobody, but the attention went to Mchina. We have a Mchina
in the school.
Yeah.
So like your
There's a
class 3,
Mchina.
your class 3 stand gave you your
Your name,
Yeah,
man.
my
It's created
name.
your brand.
Yeah, so
brand.
everybody started calling me Mchina. At the first minutes or first days or first week in the schools, it was hard for me because it was a disgrace to me. Mchina, you are not Mchina, but they used to call me because I failed to do the stuff. So it caused pain and trauma to me.
Really?
But after a few years, I had
Did you
to
go to
accept.
therapy though?
In Africa,
Aye.
therapy in Africa. Oh my God!
I knew you would say that.
repeat that question.
I had to stand up for myself. My God.
You
Which
were
therapy?
like bold enough.
Which
Class
therapy,
3,
yeah.
you went through it. You're like, you know what? I'm a bigger man.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only therapy that we get in African culture is
Maybe
2
canes.
strokes of the rolling pin, your chapo. And then you used to know if you see a red slippers coming at you,
Oh my
danger. If you see
Danger.
a blue one, you can mitigate.
Yeah. True. You're
So that was therapy.
man.
You get.
I get
That's the
you.
kind of
I
lifestyle
relate.
that-
Control.
I mean, nowadays I see guys telling their kids, time out, time out, time out.
You're there facing the wall. Do you think that's a mistake in terms of like money? Okay, all right. Or in terms
Yeah.
of how we grow ourselves, how we raise our children, rather.
No, you see,
Yeah.
the kind of exposure that kids
Yeah.
nowadays have, because I remember growing up, for you to even have access to information,
Yeah.
you had to Google, you had to go read.
Yeah.
Like, the access to information was confined to certain places.
Actually, even knowing there's something called Google was
Very
very
just
hard.
one in a million. But then right now you're living in a world where everybody has access to information.
Everything is accessible.
Yeah.
Anyone, anywhere can access
Yeah.
anything, right?
And part of the mistakes that I'm not a parent yet, but then part of the mistakes that I see maybe could happen is as a parent, you denying kids access to that information, even though you could afford it.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So you see, they go for the other alternative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's like me trying to give education with regards to money
Yeah.
to my kid. I can basically tell them with regards to how I know it and the line that I took to get here.
Yeah.
But then when they go and experience it somewhere else, you'll find that me, I can only own 100 shillings.
Yes.
But then they're going to experience it to somebody that can own 1,000 bob. So at the back of their mind, whatever it is that is formed is money is easy to find, but then at home, guys are just restricting money. Yeah.
I think that's a thing that a lot of us went through. You couldn't afford.
Yeah.
Your parents were like, hatuwezi afford your size.
Yeah, hii hapana.
Hapana. Return it where you found it. Yeah.
Now, you see, we came to learn about that
Yeah.
later. Yeah. But then before, now this is what used to happen. You take something and then they're like, you nataka rudisha. Ukikuwa number 1 shule
Manipulation.
utaipata.
Patia.
No, anajua vizuri yo number 1.
Very, very well.
Hey, ni mtihani.
No, you see, for me, I was very lucky.
Yeah.
Very lucky.
Yeah.
Why was
Lie
I
to
lucky?
us. Lie to us.
My report card from class 1 all the way to like class 8, very clean.
You've always
Number
been
one.
a star, an A plus type of boy.
No, I wasn't an A plus. I was just average, but then I worked hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your parents couldn't be like, mtoto wangu ni-"
No,
You
it-
are good.
That's part of like you see in another episode I said that I went to like 7-8 primary school. Yeah, that's
yes,
part of the
right,
reason why I usually had to change schools because they felt like the competition at this particular point is not to the standard. So they took me to
Oh, okay.
other places
Yeah.
to try and catch up with competition.
Were you like that?
I wasn't like that. To be honest.
How are you?
Where I started in class 1 is where I finished class 8. If I did some
Ukishinda
mistake
moja.
that I was chased out of school, my guy. I have to find my own school.
Ooh, that was scary.
But then
Yeah, so I had to keep the discipline in
maintain.
check. Yeah, I was to be in check the entire 8 years in primary.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Nice
why when
school.
you were done with Form 4, you were like, you know what? I'm a free bird. No one is holding me down.
I'm a G. Let me show you how to live
this
this
Magoha
life.
thing
What's
and
your
all the
idea of a
uni.
G, by the way? Because, everybody be like, hey, I'm a G. I'm Jay-Z. Yeah.
To me, an idea of an IG is someone who has control of his financial everything.
Okay.
He knows who he is, and you cannot control him or manipulate him
Yeah.
anyway.
So you are financially planned, financially inclined. You already know the kind of direction that you want to take with your life.
Yeah,
You don't struggle per se.
I'm not
Everything
struggling.
is like set out.
Yeah, and I cannot do anything to maybe to go out of my way.
Yeah.
There is
No, you see-
nobody can manipulate me.
disciplined to
I'm
that
disciplined
Exactly.
to what I
Now you see
want.
that's part of mistakes that a lot of guys make.
Yes. Yeah.
Because you see, one of the things that China has said is he's not struggling. And then you see when guys hear that he's not struggling, guys actually think that he has a lot of money. But then it's not like he has a lot of money.
He's disciplined.
He's 100 shillings.
Yes. Yeah.
And then he makes sure that everything is balanced between their 100 shillings.
Yeah, true.
But then a lot of guys outside here, you have your 100 shillings, but then your book and expenditure is at 1,000.
It's beyond your
Yeah,
100 bob.
so it's beyond your 100 bob.
Yeah.
So
Beyond your
every single
budget.
time, you're living like an MLM. You see the multi-level marketing.
Yeah,
Yeah. You take here to pay here
Yeah.
so that you can take here to put here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
There's
you're
no
borrowing.
break even.
Yeah,
like, you
you're
don't-
borrowing.
Yeah.
You're borrowing
To
to
set,
pay this
to
other thing.
offset this other side,
Yes.
and then immediately offsetting this other side,
Yeah.
you're taking it there to go and pay another place.
Another
So
place,
you're
yeah.
always in debt.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're
Always
you're
just
always-
struggling.
it's called
Finding
check to
a
check.
way, you know,
Yeah.
Living
check to
check to check.
hand to
Yeah.
mouth, eh?
And then now I realize that we are living in an African culture.
Yeah.
And part of the discussion that we are having today is mistakes that we make with money.
Yeah.
True.
Now, the biggest mistake that I think a lot of guys make with money, maybe you guys can tell me if it's also a mistake that you've seen,
Yeah, okay.
is something called debt.
Man, debt is
Debt.
a killer.
Yeah. But then you see,
Loans.
being that we are in an African setup, a lot of guys accumulate debt.
Yes.
Yeah. But we accumulate debt in the wrong way. Because you see, I've had the privilege of interacting with
Yeah.
some very top class people.
Okay.
So you see, the top and elite class people, they take debt to offset certain investments.
Not to pay off another
Not
debt.
to pay off another debt.
okay.
So you'll find that somebody has like 50 mil in the bank. They take up debt so that debt can sustain a building that they want to take. True. So you
An
see, when that
investment,
when that building is ongoing,
Yeah.
this guy is still liquid and has some money to be able to circulate to other investments.
Okay.
So these other investments are already paying for this debt that is supposed to start accruing maybe 1 or 2 years down the line.
Okay.
So by the time that this debt is supposed to start, like the initial date of payment is supposed to start, this guy has already paid like half or 3/4 in
Okay.
because he's spread it into other investments.
Yeah.
But then as we live in a place, like me just wake up and then China is like, yo, say, kuna
Wacha
form,
nichukue
kuna
loan,
form.
yeah,
bwana.
kuna form.
Wacha nichukue
Me, I'm
loan hapo
like,
Tala.
form wapi? He tells me, bana, come. You're my guy,
Yeah.
come to ST. Fuliza.
Fuliza.
Fuliza this
Fuliza,
thing.
Fuliza.
So you see me, I'm Fuliza to go where?
To spend
To
more
ST,
money.
yeah, spend money.
Spend more money. I
Yeah.
need more money.
Exactly.
That
So
sort of
you
thing.
get to that point,
Yeah.
and then it happens today with China.
Yeah.
It will happen tomorrow with you.
Yeah,
So on Monday, I'm all alone, and then this is debt that I've accumulated, and my pay has to settle this debt,
Yeah.
and has to help me at least plan some investment.
It's true. I think we have all done that. I personally can
Yeah.
agree. There was a time, I feel like also life also puts you really down.
Yeah.
Had you at that point where you just have to take a debt. You're either
Yeah.
like,
True.
I need a loan, I cannot pay my rent, or I cannot do this and that. So you need a loan. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the reason why, let me say, like unajua in Africa
Yeah.
hatunanga hiyo financial advice, somebody to tell us like,
Yes.
before you take that loan, this is what you are supposed to do, this is where you are supposed to put the money. So most of us, me included, I was in that, let me call it a group WhatsApp. Nachukua deni niende sherehe ama nasikia kuna form ati Tala wanapeana deni fulani. You understand?
Bonus.
Nachukua
A
like
bonus for a loan.
yeah. So nachukua not thinking about when will I gonna pay this money. Na ama mi naiona ni kama hii ni do ya bure nape.
Napewa.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So inaniput in a place that after nime spend your money ndo nakuja nasema hey, I have to pay this money.
Pay like 3K. And then
3K
imagine
from-
you're a comrade. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
exactly. Leave alone even just imagining that you're a comrade. You get to a point where it's on the 27th.
Yeah.
You took a loan of 3K, went for a whole weekend. That is a Friday. Now it's Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monday is literally 30th.
Yeah.
So you have 3K that you need to pay. And then that 30th,
Yeah.
the notice for your rent comes.
Damn.
Whoa,
So you're
like,
supposed to pay rent.
Yeah.
And you've also taken another debt for like 3G.
Yes.
Jeez. Yeah.
So you are at a point where you as yourself,
Yeah.
you've never been anywhere where you can be able to get more than like 5 Gs.
5Gs, yeah, true.
You always just earn between
Between 3
and
to
that's
5
enough in
Gs.
4 weeks, right?
Exactly. But right now, you are spread so thin because you have to pay 3 Gs.
3Gs.
And your rent on this other side is like 4 Gs.
4Gs, yeah. So you'll have to pay the rent.
So again, we go
course
to
in a
make
farm
there,
where-
we go make the same mistake.
Manze.
What happens? I go to Mchina, yo, my guy, you just send me like some 2K.
Send me like something.
Yeah.
No, you even ask for more.
Yeah, you
You're
ask
like,
for more.
More,
let me
yeah,
send me
yeah.
some
Because
10K, bruv.
you know,
I
it's
need
not about
something.
Yeah, I need that. I need to sort out
Then you're like,
myself.
10K is enough. I can
Yeah.
pay
10K
this
is enough.
loan. I
I'll
can
pay
pay
this,
this
yeah.
rent.
Yeah, and then I see how I'll
And then,
maneuver.
and then
to
you're
work
like,
out.
in the middle of the month, I'll still take another loan from the same loan I took. You know,
You see,
it's a
there is one thing.
cycle.
There is one thing that one of the guys that I really like called Abel Mtua
Yeah.
said. Abel Mtua said, timing ya shetani.
Kuanga
Timing ya
best.
shetani. Hukuanga maridadi.
Barida.
Maridadi.
Mapema
So you
ndio
see, when
best.
when your guy, you're there like, hey, Mchina, man, send me 10 Gs.
Yeah.
That day, Mchina will have that 10 Gs.
Yeah.
Imagine.
He sends you the 10
And then you're
Gs.
like, and then for like 30 minutes, you're like, should I take it? Or should I
leave
not?
And
No,
before
should I
and
take
and
for
and
women?
before
For
you
women, let me
decide,
speak for women because
Yeah.
for us, we're planners.
Oh,
Me
okay,
personally, I'm a
maybe.
planner. So I'm like, so if I take this loan, am I sure I'm going to be able to pay it back? But then in the long run, after those 30 minutes, you're like, you know what? I need this money.
Yeah.
Let me take it. Let me
But
just
it's
take
not
it.
every
Whatever
day.
happens.
but it's not every day that you follow that plan. You'll have a plan.
Exactly.
The moment that money is on your M-Pesa, that's
Yeah.
the day that Byron will call, hey, niaje.
Now you see.
Kuna hii form.
Now that. Now
Then
that-
before
now
you
that is that
decide,
time.
you decide that, hey, let me go there, have 2 drinks, then
Yeah,
I'll come and
exactly.
decide, budget this money.
Yeah.
You
Wow.
come back after 2 days, man.
You went
Even
passed
1
out.
week.
You did all that timing Maridad.
Yeah.
Talking about. Immediately that money hits my M-Pesa. Ting ting.
Ting, ting.
Guess
You're
who's
like,
knocking?
you plan everything. So,
Huh?
drinks.
My guys are there
nene,
knocking.
Food.
Yeah.
nene, Your guys are there.
They're knocking,
Yeah.
and then they've come with a drink, so we have the one to start with.
Everybody's,
Yeah.
And then you changa even more.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
what are you going to do?
Yeah, Buddha ego.
Form ni gani? Mi
You
nitaongeza
have
hadi-
forgotten that you were supposed to pay 3K. Wake up on Sunday, and then you're realizing, oh shit,
uko
I
fuliza.
have 4K. You have 4K, you need to pay somebody 10 Gs, you have another 3 Gs. to
Actually,
pay.
even
And then there's a
having
rent of 4,500.
even Byron, having 4 Gs is more. Like you had like 20 Gs on Friday, but on Sunday you're on Fuliza. Like
You ask
Fuliza
yourself,
uende nyumbani.
how? I feel that's
Wow.
a thing that goes on for guys mostly. 'Cause
Yeah.
Especially kwanza in this generation, you guys have
The
to take
Gen
care of
Zs.
these ladies, yo. These ladies are not letting you get a
Again,
breather, yo.
you see, we are competing with
You're
dudes
like,
that are tuned.
I know. And then they're in uni, so girl them is like, oi, we're going out tonight. You gotta take care of all the bills.
Yeah.
back on your head, you know this Chile has another plan. If you don't come up,
Yeah,
Ataenda.
somebody else is gonna turn up.
of course.
So you have to jipanga.
have to
That's how it
jipanga
goes. But then
and
you
show
see,
up.
part of advice that my mom gave some of my cousins
Yeah.
is she told my female cousins, one thing that you have to understand is ladies are like milk,
Okay.
and then men are
Hold
like
up.
wine.
Okay.
You get.
Yeah. No, I don't
So,
get yet, but okay.
When ladies are between the ages of 18 to 29,
yeah.
you attract guys between 18 all the way up
To even 50
to
or
even
something.
50 years. So all the way to 30. You see, as a dude at that particular time, you have nothing.
Yeah, you're
that's
struggling.
that's the
You're
time that you're
struggling.
supposed to be making yourself. You see.
You're building
So now
yourself.
that's when you're like wine put out in that barrel.
Oh,
So
you're
im-
going through the refining
Yeah, you're going through
thing
the
or
refining.
something.
So immediately you hit 35
Yeah.
as a dude,
Yeah.
you've refined yourself, and then you find most of them are usually financially stable.
Mm.
So you find that a dude at 35,
Yeah.
you've now refined yourself. At this particular point, you can be able to go for all the ladies between 34
Yeah.
and below. At that particular point, you, like wine, have refined yourself, and then wine is that kind of a drink that ages and becomes better with
time.
time.
Yeah.
But then milk spoils with time. You see. So the ladies, when they get to 35,
Yeah.
you can be able to attract that demographic
Lord.
because then they want to go for the lower
That is
guys.
kind of true though. Like now that you're saying it, I'm like, yo, milk gets spoiled.
Yeah.
But Byron, you know, it's very hard for somebody in 24 just to wait there. You know, there's so many.
I feel it's
challenging
also
out
about
here
your
as a man.
upbringing. Also, as ladies now, let me speak on
as a
that
ladies, okay.
front because I think there's so many types of ladies. Also,
Okay.
that's one thing. That's one thing most guys also don't understand. I think y'all sometimes are so used to this bad. You know, baddies, you know, the baddies.
But then those are the only ones. Those are the ones who are always popping like those.
That's another thing. They're
Safaricom.
everywhere, like you get Telegram or anywhere. And
they're
they're
always
there.
there.
But I think it's also about your upbringing. Sorry, because a lot of us are not all the same. I wouldn't say I'm a baddie personally.
Okay.
Me, I'm very
But
different.
you can come up from a very good background.
Yeah.
And then the guys
But
It's
the
not about
moment,
a good
the moment,
background.
the moment you step in Nairobi and
That's
you
it.
see what your friends are doing out here, my friend, the pressure is too much. You'll change even from
you can imagine.
Hey, Jesus.
I think
You go through it, bro.
yeah.
On a personal level, let me tell you.
wake up and then you're seeing that friend of yours
Yeah.
whom you are chilling with, Jana, is in Dubai.
In Dubai.
Wow.
And then you literally know
Yeah.
that yesterday you said this friend of yours 100 bob.
Wow. Yo, that's heart crashing.
So you as a lady,
There is no,
why did
and,
you ask is
imagine
how. That's how you usually ask.
how.
Y'all be going
And
And then you
then
know what they tell you? There's some silver
just show up, I'll show you. And, you know,
What
and
do you go through?
you know, if you see you are interested in going, maybe the place like in Dubai,
Yeah.
and that friend is available for you,
Yeah.
she will advise you what she does.
Yeah, what she does.
Despite
tells you
your
everything.
background
It shows
and
your
every,
friend, yeah.
she'll tell you that for me to be here, I have to do 1, 2,
This-
3.
this and
and
this is
for
what
you,
activities that
you
I've
have to
done.
go because
You
you want
get.
to go to Dubai.
Yeah.
You know, you have to go for your dreams, and you go to online, you fight for your dreams. You know, your dreams are what? Going to Dubai.
Yeah.
Of course, you'll have to fight for your dreams.
And go to Dubai.
Yeah, and
but then you see,
but
again,
the fight is not defined. What kind of fight you are fighting?
Yes.
and
Yeah.
on how to achieve the goals. You know,
Is it a lose-lose situation or something?
Yeah, it's a lose-lose situation. You see, again, now part of the mistakes that we make sometimes
Yeah.
is
I think like this session is more about men because literally you
Okay.
guys are just making mistakes.
Okay,
and this is like,
I'll make sure that we
let me
get
Okay,
say-
okay.
Let me say
lady.
for women,
Okay.
I think we overdo it. We overbuy.
Yeah, could
me
be.
personally, I'm a victim to that. I find myself going to the supermarket. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna buy 2 things. Yeah.
But then you
you
come out with a
find
bag.
yourself coming out with 10, 15, 20 things.
Exactly.
Then it's like, why did I do
now you
this?
see, you just went in and then saw something looking all fancy.
You're like, I need this. I
Yeah.
might need this. You
Yeah.
know,
And
I
then, you know,
might.
but the same
You guys
pressure you
hot.
have on
There's
supermarket.
also that. There's also that.
But the same pressure you have on supermarket to take a different thing that you didn't plan for.
Yeah.
The
The
same
same
thing
pressure.
that a lady goes, I was planning to go to Mombasa. But on that vacation,
Yeah.
on Mombasa,
Yeah.
you find a Muzungu who will tell you that, hey, I can take you to Dubai tomorrow.
Yo, man.
So you
And
change
at
from
the
Mombasa to
moment-
Dubai.
At the moment,
Yeah.
how much is the ticket? Anakutumia tu hapo. What will you do? Anakwambia yeye ni kukutumia, ni kukutest tu.
Unasikia, the only thing that they
My
ask
friend,
you
you
for
can't say
ni
no.
Y'all need therapy.
uko
First
na
of all.
passport.
Y'all need therapy.
Uko na passport.
Yeah,
That's
uko na
the only thing
passport.
yenye unataka
Hauna?
tu. Passport.
Just a passport.
Go
I
get-
got
go
you.
get
the
I
passport.
got
I got
you.
Yeah.
You see, when my mom was advising my cousins
Yeah.
with that regard, she was telling them, use your youth to define yourself.
Okay.
If you define yourself and create value around your investment,
Yeah.
around your character, around your personality, by the time you'll be getting to 35, even if you're not attracting all these other demographics, there'll always be that one person who's also established themselves, who will be there looking for another value added to them.
Ah, nice.
But then you
Your
see,
mom is wise.
from 18, I mean that lady,
Big up, big up,
Yeah,
big up.
Big up to
big up,
her.
ma'am. I think she had some sessions with Job and Methuselah some time back in the Bible.
Oh, wow.
Because she
But that's
speaks
really
wisdom.
good advice.
Yeah.
Like, especially now, I feel like you're also talking to women. Like, take your time also.
Yeah.
Don't,
Exactly.
Don't be that person who's gonna just be
Yeah.
overdoing.
Invest-
You'll be working
invest in
so hard
yourself
already.
more.
You'll
Yeah.
be struggling as
Yeah,
men.
just invest in
Like,
yourself
you
more.
know, invest in yourself more.
Like
right?
there is a quote that always says, when you go looking for money,
Yeah.
women will always run towards you.
Will always chase you.
And you're chasing money.
Yeah,
You don't
chasing
have
money,
money.
women chase you.
When you're chasing money and then you're literally trying to get it, women will come towards you. But then when you're chasing women, money will always run away from you. Because you're always spending.
Yeah. But you know, one thing about this generation is that nobody will tell us, everyone will give us advice, but nobody will, how hard it is to keep that discipline, to follow that advice.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is for me
discipline.
just to have 10K and just stay at home
on a Friday
with
and
everybody is saying,
and Fally
where are
Ipupa."
you?
Hey, Mazek,
I have a free ride. I have the rich
then
less.
you
Do you want to show up?
it's
And you have 10
sad,
Gs.
yeah.
It's very hard. As a man, it's very hard.
As a man. So we've at least we've tried to identify the mistakes we've made in money.
Exactly.
As time. For men, it seems like the list is long. The
Yeah,
list
the
is
financial
very, very
discipline.
long.
Yeah.
For women, you know, for us it's obvious. We
Shopping,
just overdo it.
and
You go to the
overdoing
supermarket,
everything,
you overdo it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I feel like if we continue with this conversation, we might
Yeah,
not
we'll
really
be
end.
here till
But
next
I love
year.
it. I love the banter, you guys. So I think we're going to do this again. Thank you so much, in China, for sharing with us your journey from the midland of China.
Yes.
AKA Ukambani.
Taiwan.
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 Xiao Xin Xiao.
Ni hao.
Xinga Xiao Wa Xi.
Hey, okay. But thank you so much, guys, for even tuning in.
Yeah.
It's been another amazing episode of Pesa Chronicles. Once again, I am Marcin Jerry. This has been Byron Roche, or how do we call you?
Rocher.
Rocher.
Depending with where we went to school.
Group
And
of
Mchina,
schools.
he has refused to tell us his real name, so it's always gonna be Mchina, right?
Mchina all the way.
Mchina all the way.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome, Mchina. It's been amazing. Thank you so much, guys, once again, and keep tuned for the next episode. Hey, and once again, Pesa Chronicles is sponsored by Scope Market, so we appreciate Scope Market so much. Yes.
Thank you.
So hey, see you guys in the next banter. Yeah?
That's what I'm after. Tell me what I'm after. I'm after the gold, and after that the platinum. That's what I'm after. Tell me what I'm after. Once again, it's the real ill microphone.